Chasta, we're live now. Are you there? Why am I staring at a cardboard cutout of you?
How could you tell it was a cardboard cutout of me?
Because you got like an extra layer of stuff over your hair.
I need to trim that off. I have like a little halo. It's Chasta, and Huey.
I was gonna say Chasta Square or Chasta.
Yeah, Chasta Squared. I'm always square. Yeah, so we got to figure this out.
Okay.
What am I supposed to do with this?
Okay, so explain what happened. So in case anyone doesn't follow you on Instagram, you shared the other day that you were, I guess, cleaning up. Because, okay, real talk for everyone who doesn't know, we talked about it a couple times on the podcast. We're in the process of moving buildings. And so in that process, I've moved buildings before. We moved about 10 years ago. You were there too. So you know the whole process. We got to just clean up stuff. We've collected a bunch of stuff over the years sitting in our office or hallway or different parts of the studio. So in this process, we're like, okay, it's time to declutter. It's like a belated, or even, I guess you could say technically spring cleaning right now.
Yeah.
So you put on your Instagram stories the other day, you were doing your midday show and you felt like someone was staring you. But yeah, it was your own cardboard cutout staring at you in the background. So I don't know what to do with that thing. So anyone, that's the thing too. People might be staring at this like, what is that? So back in 2020.
Yeah. Let me get back. There we go. It's about half of me.
Yeah, it's a torso.
It's huge.
Yeah. So back in 2020, which by the way, side note, was it next week will be the 5-year anniversary of the shutdown?
Today.
Or today? Is it today? Oh, that's right.
Yep.
Oh my God.
We planned this.
Yes, we did. So, but that's the thing is back in 2020 when all sports, everything was shut down. MLB, Major League Baseball, when they came back to playing games, they were restricted having fans in attendance. So to kind of fill up the seats to make it somewhat visually appealing for the live broadcast on television, they needed something to sit in the actual stand. So they got a bunch of cardboard cutouts of people. So with us, our sister station, KBR, is the flagship for the San Francisco Giants. So they asked all staff or air talent to send a photo of themselves in Giants gear, and they made cardboard cutouts of us.
Yeah, it cracks me up. Also, it's a bit depressing because this is 5 years old now, so you can see I've aged a little bit.
I was gonna say it's the same thing. It's twins.
I think there's a filter on here. I'm pretty sure I didn't put one on there, but I have to assume they probably did. Plus, I've had a skin cancer surgery since then, so you can see I have a scar here that wasn't there before. So yeah, it's real humbling. It's a humbling thing. But the thing was, it was like a really fun thing at the time.
Yeah,
but now
absolutely.
it's like I have this giant cardboard cutout of myself. And by the way, a number 53 tried to sign it. They signed my arm. Do you know who number 53 that year was? I can't read it. It looks like, hold on. It looks like it starts with it looks like a T.C something, but it's hard to tell. But anyway, somebody signed it. So hopefully that'll make it more valuable. I don't know.
Wade Meckler. Wait, but that's an old player.
Well,
Sergio
it could have just been somebody that was in the stadium, because this was out in the stadium for a really long time. So
So I have one too. Lamontelli had one. A bunch of people are air staff at the time, and KBR people. I don't remember where exactly we were. Were we on like third base line or something? These
I feel like we were. We took up a whole roll. I actually, God, I should have got it out of my car. I have Dana's. So
that's right.
If you don't know, Dana Keys, she used to work at the Bone. She was one of our best friends. She passed away a few years ago, and I have her cardboard cutout. Okay. And I have it in my car because I've been wanting to give it to her mom, because I see her mom from time to time, not nearly enough. But usually when I see her, it's like out at an art show or something. So it's awkward to like carry Dana's cardboard cutout in to give it to her mom. So for like literally, I don't know, 2 years, Dana has been in my car for a long time. She was sitting in the back seat. And then, Cody, once he started getting old enough to like ask questions, he's like, who is this chick? And so I had to explain to him who Dana is. And now she's in the back of my car. But here's what's funny about this. This cracks me up because this is so Dana. If you know Dana, this is exactly something she would do.
Okay.
So I had her in the back of my car. I drive a Jeep, so like in the hatchback. So over time, she has shifted around to where her eyes are peeking out over the glass. So it looks like somebody's hiding in my hatchback in my Jeep. And I cannot move I can't move it because again, that Dana was the weirdest in the best way, the weirdest, most hilarious person. She would do something like that.
But yeah, so you want to keep it in your car.
Now I can't take it out.
Because when you see your mom, you just want to be ready and have it.
Right.
So,
Plus, now it just makes me laugh because when I park at Target or something, I'm sure people walk by and go, "Is that a girl in there?" Because she's just like this.
I was saying she's your angel watching over you, protecting your car from break-ins. Yeah.
And honestly, every time I get in my car, I look in my rearview mirror and I see her face and it just makes me giggle. So it's like wonderful to have Dana with me all the time. I love her so much. And we look alike. She was like a sister to me and we look alike. So it's kind of weird. It's like,
I was going to say,
I should put them side by side in my car.
Oh, can you get carpool then?
Well, I mean, for a long time.
To the carpool lane.
Right? I'll get busted. She would love that. So I ask on Instagram, I'm like, what do I do with that? Because like, it feels very weird to have it. Like, I don't want to hang it in my studio. Like stare at myself. That's just awkward. A lot of people were like, why don't you send it to your mom in Oklahoma? This is giant. Like,
okay. That's a good idea.
But to mail that, like, how do you even mail that? It doesn't fit in any kind of box or envelope. If I put it in a box, that'd be huge.
I was just thinking because like
it's like
Amazon,
bigger than a poster.
But like a big cardboard, like flat box.
Yeah.
And then you wrap it up and just put like fragile on it.
It's fragile. It's very light. Oh dear God. It's very light, but it's just very large and awkward. But anyway,
or when your mom comes visit, you give it to her and then she rides on the plane with it. She puts it in a chair next to her. Seat's taken.
This seat's taken. Dennis wants to put it up in the Soundwave studio. So that might be where it ends up happening.
I think you should just cut the head off and put on Jay's drum set on the what's the main drum set? The bass drum on the floor.
The kick drum. Yeah. Just have my face on the kick.
And he hits
that would be hilarious.
If he hits it, so it's like your face is like
and I'm just like this.
Every future Stay Line Empire show, you're like
oh my God, that's
45 minutes nonstop.
That's actually not a bad idea. That would be funny. I don't think Jay would go for it, but I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, I was gonna say at Green Room maybe. Oh yeah, on the set of Soundwaves could be funny. Like maybe when you're not on a scene or segment or whatever, you're in the background, so your presence is always felt.
I'm just hovering over.
Yeah, that could be a funny joke. Like where's It's like where's Waldo? Where's Chasta? So maybe that could be a game. Like you could like put you in different segments. You're hiding, and people, if you call or email or contact Dennis, you win a prize or something. I don't know.
God, that's actually not a bad idea.
I'm just throwing ideas out there now.
When you see my random head pop up, you're like, oh, there she is. Yeah, like, I don't know. It's kind of a weird thing.
Like Carmen Sandiego, where in the world is Chasta?
Chasta's,
or no, where in the room is Chasta?
Chasta's half pinup. What is this cardboard cutout? We got to write that. We're not musicians.
Well, that's the thing. Mine. So after the 2020 season, they brought them to the station, gave them to us. And like I know KMBR, they put them all on their window by the studio. So when people walk by, you see all these faces and other coworkers in their offices. I brought mine home, and it was sitting in my home office for a bit. Now it's in the back room in a corner. But yeah, you're right. It just was weird staring at yourself. I'm like, kind of trippy.
It's awkward. Although I love what my niece just said. Michaela's on, and she said that's going in the bar corner. She said, I'll place a purple drink next to it. Don't worry. So our favorite bar in New Orleans is Jean Lafitte's Blacksmith Shop. And there's a corner booth that we always sit in. Michaela, I'm just going to put it right there in the corner. I've told her when I die, I'm like, just stuff me and prop me in that corner. So this is like I guess this would be a placeholder for that.
Totally. That'd be cool.
God. Yeah. Maybe I'll just travel with it to NOLA next month.
Or, I mean, I was going to say with the time change going on, and if you're feeling tired, you can send that in your place somehow. Or
seriously,
if you do like a Zoom meeting, can you just put that on there? Just like
I look a lot more fresh. I mean, this is a good smile. This
like
needs to be my driver's license photo.
It's like Chasta, we're in a meeting in November. Why are you wearing Giants gear?
Giants forever, baby.
And it looks like I got a bullet hole in you.
I know. That's where it was attached to the
zip tied. Yeah.
I've been shot. I've been run through.
And you got a new tattoo. Yeah, like on your arm. Some autograph of 53.
What's funny is I was going to take like a magic eraser and try to take that off. And then I thought, no, if that's an important player, I probably should keep that. That gives it a tiny bit of value.
It's just so random, just the things that happen at the station. If you leave your personal stuff there,
Oh yeah.
And people will mess with it, or sometimes people think it's their stuff too. Or
oh my God, we have so many stories. I'm sure we probably should write a book at some point about crazy crap that happens at the radio station. Remember the one time that Buckham threw away my NutriBullet parts?
That's right.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Our old engineer, so I have a magic bullet, a NutriBullet, whatever, to make my protein shakes. So I used to do it every single day there.
Yeah.
And I was washing the parts, so I had them soaking with soap on them because it gets kind of sticky, kind of gluey.
Yeah.
And he freaking went in and for some reason just decided that he was going to clean up the place and threw the parts away. And a NutriBullet is like, I don't know, I'm guessing like $80-$90, something like that. I was livid. He had to actually replace it. I was that girl. I was like, excuse me. No, that was fine.
Well, good, because that's the thing. It's just, who would do something and not check with other people? Like, is this anyone's important? Ask questions before you actually throw it out.
Yeah. It wasn't sitting there more than an hour. It was like the end of the morning show.
But common courtesy. But that's the thing too. It's just bold. Like, I'm final boss. I decide to throw it out right now, not check with someone. It could be someone's valuable item that they need or use on a regular basis.
Yeah. And he wasn't even the boss. He just took it upon himself that he was like the mayor of the break room and just threw it out.
This is my domain. I rule this kitchen. That's the thing too. I remember, like, isn't there like different degrees of intelligence? So you could be like smart in one area, but like completely dumb, like street smarts. So,
and I think that's the way it was. No offense, Buckham, if you're watching. But I think he was an engineer, so he had a lot of smarts. He was a smart guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, keeping us on the air and all that.
But yeah, the everyday interaction
piece
was not the same.
No.
I'm trying to be delicate.
Yeah, no, I get it, but it was just ridiculous. So anyway, it's that's just crazy. But yeah, we could do a whole episode just different pet peeves or things that happen
radio
at the station.
Stuff. I mean, I'm sure a lot of it happens at a lot of offices. Like, people deal with that kind of crap all the time.
So are you adjusting to the daylight savings time? Okay.
Yeah, sure I am. I look fresh as a freaking daisy. So, you know what's weird? It used to be a pet peeve of mine.
Yeah.
You're gonna laugh because we both know somebody who does this, where somebody like drags it out forever. Like, I'm still hurting, and it's like a week later. You're like, give me a break, seriously. That used to be a pet peeve, but I feel like that person now because I'm not over it yet. I woke up exhausted today, but it's only been a couple days.
I'm exhausted too, and I'm with you. I understand, like, trying to go to bed at technically 10 o'clock, but your body.
I can't believe you wait till 10 o'clock to go to bed. I am in bed at 8 o'clock.
Wow.
I'm asleep by 9.
But to me, I'm excited. I love this time of the year. This is the best time of the year.
Me too. Totally.
Like, daylight, it stays light out until about 8 o'clock. So, once I forgot which was like come April, May, it'll be like sunset is like later in the day till like 8 o'clock. I'm all for that. I love that. I don't mind that it's like darker earlier in the morning, like sunset or sunrise is probably closer to 7 a.m. at that point.
Yeah, it's definitely very dark when we get up.
We get up so early. I'm so used to being dark all the time. So it don't bother me that much. But yeah, actually our buddy, our coworker, Mike Kohler, program director for KMBR, he says he loves the opposite. He doesn't like this time of the year. What's wrong with you, freak?
So outvoted. Why? He likes it to be dark at 5.
He likes getting up and the sun's out already. Having the early sunrises.
Well, he doesn't count. Kohler, I love you, but no.
You're weird, man.
It's not a vibe.
I think I told him.
There's no vibe about that. No.
And he said, I know I'm weird like that. I'm like, yeah, you're weird. Like,
yeah. But it is whenever you're getting used to it, I think everyone can agree it's hard. Well, at least for us who have to go to bed earlier. Like, I'm trying to wind down at 7:30 and it's bright as it can be outside. And I'm like, oof, it is hard, but I eventually get used to it. And CBD helps.
Well, the other thing too is like, I'll take my afternoon nap and then get up and it's still sun's out there.
Yeah.
When before, like, few months ago, get up from a nap and it's already feeling dark outside. I'm like, I just feel like my day's over with. It's gone. I just don't feel motivated to be productive. But now I wake up, like yesterday, I woke up from my nap and I'm like, all right, I got still stuff to do. I feel motivated. I got this, like, the sun being out is like my gauge of like how much work to get done in the day.
I agree. Yeah, no, I totally agree with you. You're right. Once we get used to it, I just wish that this was something that we could keep. Like, I'd take an executive order on this one. I'm down for that. Like, let's go with that.
Why can't it stay this time all year round? Like,
it's funny because Trump said the other day that he said that they had told him it was a 50-50 issue, that some people like it, and people like Wholer, which is weird. They like it to be light in the morning. And I was like, since when does Trump give a shit about 50-50? Like,
yeah.
what?
Like other people's opinions.
On this issue, this is the one where you think about 50-50. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll get off politics. All right. We have something exciting to talk about. Of course, last week, Aftershock Festival was announced. And if you listen to us at all, you already know Huey and I are the biggest fans of the Aftershock Festival. We've been going for a decade. We've been covering it for a decade. Yeah. So we were like, you know what? Let's go all in and talk about like Aftershock, what to expect this year, and maybe some stories from the past. And you're even going to share your screen. I know.
So, okay. So that's the thing. One, yes, I think we call this like a little preview episode for Aftershock. Get you amped up, get you motivated, go get your tickets. But also, that's kind of the perk. So sorry we didn't record yesterday or go live yesterday on a normal Monday like we do. But yeah, just things were going on. So yeah, we were going live today. But being from home, I have more bells and whistles, just control and stuff. So yeah, I can actually do a double screen here. So yeah, I can see, pull up the screen here. And from the aftershockfestival.com website, here's the little flyer here with all the bands. Ooh, can I?
Can you zoom even? Oh, I love it. I know it's challenging my my eyesight.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously, we're super excited. Look, it's 4 days. It's the 2nd through the 5th, as you can see. I love that. It's 4 days, 4 stages. Last year, they did 5 stages. They took that last stage away, which I'm fine with, honestly. Like, at a certain point, it's like overkill.
Yeah.
It was. So I feel like this is reasonable.
Yeah, last year was like a lot of bands, and it was great seeing that many bands play together over 4 days. But yes, just physically, unless you have like a cardboard cutout that can like sit at another stage, or a cloning,
or a golf cart.
Yeah, something. It was just physically not possible to be at 2 places at once to see every band live. So I'm glad.
I think it's smart.
And I think what they actually did, so they took away, I thought there was a map here on the website. I think they took away, so they still have the main stage and the second main stage. And then the stage that was normally by the freeway before you go under, they took that away. And so the stage they kept is the one on the other side of the overpass. So
I didn't realize that. I thought that was the one
The map I saw, so you have to go under the overpass, and there's that other stage over there. And then the newest stage they added, the one that Straight Jacket played on last year. I think that's still there as well. So that's how they kind of spaced it out this year.
That's cool. That's really great. I love it. And it's fun because Thursday is kind of like a pop punk day. Like that. Yeah. I saw that day and I went, that's a Huey day. That's a Joe Hawk day for sure. There's a lot of those kind of bands on there.
Ooh, okay, here we go. I think I got let's see. Here's the map. All right, there we go. Boom. Oh God, I love working from home. I can like easily show you all this stuff, the visual. So
Tell me about it. Okay, so stage 1 is main stage.
It's the main stage. This is the second stage. This is the one we called Straight Jacket last year. And then this one is, this is where the overpass is. So you gotta go under.
That's so interesting. Okay.
So
all right.
It's definitely more walking in the GA area, but I think it spreads out everything more nicely and kind of keeps everyone moving along, and just I think it's more space for everyone to move around and stuff like that.
You may notice as well, there's something new on this map, which is the Capitol Club here. I'm pointing to it like people can see my finger. I know
but right here.
Yeah. Capitol Club. So that is something brand new that Aftershock did this year. It's literally like a super VIP is kind of what we're calling it.
Yeah.
That looks a little phallic.
As I rub it.
I know. I'm like, what's happening over there? So let's click on what's included in the Capitol Club, because I think that is a really, it does say SVIP, super VIP. That's exactly what it is. So I will say this. I mean, it's got a price tag. Like nobody's going to question that. It definitely has a price tag, but it comes with everything.
Everything here. Yeah.
Everything you could think of. Fast track entry lanes, commemorative laminate, lounge style furniture so you can lounge, premium food and beverage options, access to VIP lounge and tree shaded lounge spaces. Now, if you go to Aftershock, you know it can oftentimes be hotter than the seventh gates of hell because it's Sacramento. It's better than it used to be. Whenever Aftershock was in like August or September, it was so brutal. They've moved it to October, and that's helped a lot. But like AC restrooms, as you can see, there's a dedicated merch stand because some of those merch lines can get very, very long. So there's a lot of perks here.
Free Wi-Fi, free Wi-Fi, re-entry. That is, I think they've never done that before, where you can go during the day when it starts, when you see some of the opening bands, go maybe to your car, take a nap, and come back and watch the headliners.
That's
whatever.
Huge.
Yeah.
I mean, that right there, the better bathrooms and air conditioning lounge, like those probably would be worth the price of entry just on their own.
Premium food and beverage options over there, like just the really cool, fancy stuff to eat there.
And shorter lines and all that stuff. These are the types of things that if I ever really came into money or won the lotto, I would buy this stuff all day, every day for everybody I know. Like we would turn it into our own little party.
Oh, and that's the thing too. Like we've been to other festivals around here, and they've done their version of VIP stuff similar to this. So it's cool. Aftershock is doing it now, their version of it, the Capitol Club. So yeah, like I said, aftershockfestival.com. You can see all this. They have a little tab there. And if you're listening to the audio version of this podcast, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and watch the video version. It's a very visual episode of the podcast today.
It really is. Yeah, no kidding. Okay, so let's go back to the lineup. So, I mean, everyone's going to have their own bands that they're very excited about. I mean, the ones that I'm most excited about are Deftones, A Perfect Circle. I've seen Korn there several times. Chevelle, you know how much I love Chevelle. Trivium. I mean, we have a lot of friends on this bill. Like that's another thing that's cool. It's like we know a lot of people playing this year.
Yeah, so if you're listening to the audio version, so Thursday. So Aftershock is October 2nd through the 5th. Once again, Discovery Park in Sacramento. For day 1, Blink-182 is the headliner. Day 2, Deftones. Day 3, Korn. And day 4, Bring Me the Horizon in their little special font here. So as Chasta mentioned, Thursday, if you look at like this top half, a lot of pop punk bands. So I think it's really just complimentary of Blink-182 headlines. They got a lot of pop punk bands. And then down at the bottom, though, you do got some heaviness over here.
You get heavy,
Power Trip coming back. They have a new singer that they've been working with, so that's cool to see them live. Hatebreed,
finally.
Our boy Wayne is so happy, excited there, fellow Merkin, and he's going to be playing. I really like this, a tribute to SOD. I love Stormtroopers of Death. That's Scott Ian from Anthrax, old band. It's going to be Scott Ian, Danny Luker, Jamie Jasta, who's the singer for Hatebreed, and it looks like Scott Ian's son's going to play drums. So you got half the original lineup.
SOD,
So Billy Milano. So Billy Milano's not singing. It's going to be Jamie Jasta instead. I actually ripped some SOD for Metal Zone this weekend.
We have to just stop down really quick. Okay. Nikki Black is on the Monsters of Rock cruise, so she's off this week, and she won't be doing Metal Zone this weekend. So guess who's filling in? Danarchy, everybody. Danarchy is rocking Metal Zone this weekend.
It's the return of Danarchy. And yes, see, I have my own versions of SOD. I got my own copies. So I'm a metalhead too. I got so many CDs sitting over here.
Yeah, he was sending me photos the other day. He was like, look, I'm going to put all this stuff in for Metal Zone. He's so excited. So everybody's got to listen to Danarchy on Saturday night, 11 o'clock for Metal Zone.
I'm also going to throw on some All Shall Perish, our boys and All Shall Perish, Bay Area own, Eddie, Ben, the rest of the crew. So they're playing. They reunited, or doing some reunion shows. They played DNA back in January. So very excited for that. But Friday, Deftones.
Friday, we get heavy. Oh my God, I'm so excited.
We just saw Deftones last week at Chase Center. That was incredible. Turnstile, we love as well, playing on Bone Breakers. I cannot wait to see Knock Loose. These guys are awesome. They're heavy. I'm going to try to get them on Metal Zone. Like, honestly, I was making a rough draft of my playlist for this Saturday. I have like 18 bands. I got to narrow it down to like 11.
Yeah. It's going to be tough. Cut. Oh, that's tough. Edit.
Yeah. Let's see who else. Dillinger Escape Plans. I guess they're back. I don't know all the details about that band, but A Perfect Circle, Lamb of God, Bruce Dickinson solo. So Iron Maiden played last year. Bruce doing solo thing. Kerry King band, of course, from Kerry from Slayer. But that's gonna be cool seeing our boy Phil Demmel playing at Aftershock, and also Mark from Death Angel, Paul Bostaff on drums. It's going to be incredible. Dream Theater, Testament. Like I said,
Exodus.
Friday is like Barry a thrash metal day.
It is Death Angel, Forbidden, like
Exodus, Yngwie Malmsteen, which I have some Yngwie Malmsteen. I'm gonna try to get him on this weekend.
Oh, are you? Fantastic.
I do have him. So shout out my brother for buying that CD like 20 years ago.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but Forbidden, and you said Death Angel. So Mark from Death Angel is gonna do double duty, singing for Death Angel
and Carrie King for him.
Let's see who else is here. So then Saturday, of course, Korn, as you said, Gojira. That's gonna be awesome. Chevelle,
fresh off their Grammy win.
Saliva.
I know. So here's what's funny. Whenever these lineups come out, you always go like headliners, right? And then you start digging in, like who else? I saw Saliva and I was like, oh my God, I feel so excited. Like whenever I first got into radio in 2001, I think it was, they were huge. I played the crap out of Saliva.
Totally. I mean, just WWE used to use their music back in the day. So I can't.
Oh, did they? Oh, that's funny.
Non-Point, who are opening for Disturb, right? At the Chase Center with Daughtry. Is it Non-Point? Is that the band? Or Nothing More? Am I getting my band names?
Nothing More.
I'm sorry. I'm getting my band names mixed up.
Yeah,
but
I was like, that doesn't sound right. Hold on a second. Yeah.
Bad Omens. That's a band we've been playing on Bone Breakers.
Yeah.
I missed them when they played Aftershock a couple years ago. They're tearing it up. They've grown so much in popularity in the last couple of years. So I really want to see Bad Omens live. And then 3 Days Grace. Yeah. That's going to be so cool seeing both singers back together.
Both singers, yes.
Trivium. So how cool is that? We can see Trivium twice in 1 year at the Masonic, April 3rd. And then Aftershock day number 3. But yeah.
Trivium was one of the bands that we were hoping. And Kitty, I was obsessed with Kitty. Like in the early 2000s. Our girl Thrashley, Bonehead that we love so much. She loves Kitty.
Yeah. And let's see. Memphis May Fire, Dragon Force, August Burns Red. I mean, just the list goes on. Spy. Look at here. Down at the bottom, Spy, who I just saw a few weeks ago with our boy No Name. So they're going to be incredible. They're from San Jose. And then, day 4, Bring Me the Horizon, Marilyn Manson, who we just saw back in September with Five Finger at Shoreline, Motionless in White, love those guys, Black Veil Brides, Story of the Year, who I saw with A Day to Remember last year. They're a Bay Area band from Walnut Creek. The Plot and You band we play on Bone Breakers, Sleep Theory, another band. I feel like, I don't know. I'm just saying, maybe Bone Breakers kind of influenced Aftershock this year.
This is a Bone Breakers lineup for sure.
Totally.
Playing all of these bands on Bone Breakers. Rob Zombie, of course, had just played Bone Bash a couple of years ago. Mudvayne.
I was ripping this CD.
Fantastic. Machine Head, we were talking about all of the
Rob, what up, Rob? And it's gonna
all the Bay Area metal that's on Aftershock just makes my heart so happy.
Yeah.
Static X. My eyes are so bad.
Okay. Is that Pop Evil? Is he Hinder? Crossfade?
Okay. Are we going to tell the Hinder story? This could get interesting. So I went to college with Hinder.
Okay. Yeah.
I grew up with those guys. And for a very, very brief moment in time, kind of sort of dated the drummer Cody. It's a drummer thing. I don't know what to tell you. And no, I didn't name my son after him. My dad's name is Cody, so don't get it twisted. But it'll be fun to see them. I haven't seen them in 1,000 years.
Sick Puppies, who we interviewed years ago at Aftershock. Love those guys. 12 Stones, they had a song in WWE as well. Like some of these bands I remember from WWE. Let's see, Cavalera, Chaos AD. I mean, it's Cavalera Conspiracy, I guess, but it's the Cavalera brothers who we interviewed Max Cavalera at Aftershock, like back in 2016. So I'm guessing it's the brothers again. I don't know the full details, but I did rip all my Sepultura, my Cavalera Conspiracy CDs. So get them in the system for Metal Zone in the future. Devil Driver, I've not seen them since they played with Trivium back in the day. 3 Inches of Blood, they're back reunited, and then 6 Feet Under. Featuring Barnes, who's Chris Barnes, former singer of Cannibal Corpse. So see, I know my metal.
Yeah, you do.
Off the top of my head. So
Danarchy this Saturday night. I'm telling you.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be awesome. It's looking forward to Aftershock this year, October 2nd through the 5th. Get your tickets. They're on sale now over aftershockfestival.com. But yeah, it looks like there's 3 options this year. So there's GA, VIP, and then the Capitol Club. So Yeah.
Grab your tickets and we will see you there. We're so freaking excited.
Yeah.
To say the least. We'll be doing a lot of what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to do some interviews leading up to Aftershock.
Yeah.
And then we'll do the backstage interviews at Aftershock that we always do. So that'll be fun.
So please subscribe to 1077 The Bones YouTube channel. You see all of our past interviews there from Aftershock. And yeah, of course, subscribe to the Chasta Huey podcast as well.
That's right. He's got it. Okay, so we have about 4 minutes left because Huey actually has, what is it, an eye appointment today?
My eye appointment.
Yeah.
We could stretch. I can leave the house and like get there in 5 minutes. It's literally right down the street. So yeah, don't worry.
Then we'll jump into a quick Huey help. We've got a question that's and I'm really interested to get your take specifically on it. So let's do it. Do we have our fancy handy dandy intro?
Maria's bestie, Huey, is here with advice.
It's Huey help.
Oops, did it cut off the beginning? Hold on.
Cut off the beginning. That's okay.
Oh, man.
Are we going to start it over?
It's
fine. We got the idea.
Okay. All right. You heard it enough times already.
No, we love it.
Wow. Okay. How's it not? Okay. I got to figure out how to reset that thing. So.
Oh, that's funny. Okay. All right. Here we go. So this is interesting because it involves in-laws. And I know you don't have any in-laws and you're not a parent.
No.
But I think you could give a different perspective on it because of those things. So here's the thing. Rachel asked, my in-laws constantly make little digs about my parenting. They never outright criticize me, but they love to drop comments like, oh, we never had to do that with our kids, or that seems a bit overprotective. It's subtle stuff, but it's constant and it's starting to wear me down. I know they probably mean well, but it feels like they don't respect my choices as a parent. To make things worse, my spouse doesn't see the problem and thinks I'm overreacting. I don't want to start a family feud, but I also don't want to keep feeling like I have to defend my parenting every single time we're around them. What should I do? How should I handle it? You go first.
Wow. I'm like biting my tongue saying, mind your business.
No. Well, by all means.
But see, the spouse is not even interrupting. But then again, they're biased because that's their parents and that's the household they grew up in, or that's how they were raised. So I'm sure they're going to lean a little bit more toward their parents because, like, look how I turned out. I'm fine. So listen to what they're saying. But what happened like 20, 30, 40 years ago, not everything applies today. Things evolve, things change. And I'm sure maybe this parent or the spouse here wants to incorporate maybe things that they were brought up in. Not everyone had the exact same house, and most people turned out okay. So I'm sure there's a compromise you can come up with. So I don't know. Maybe you could just be nice and like bite your tongue, be like, okay, thank you. And then just keep on doing your thing.
I think it's very important for the spouse that is the kid of the parents that are being overbearing. I'm going to use that word.
Yeah.
It really is you that has to step in and be like, hey, we need you to back off. Look, we respect your choices. You did a great job with me. But at the end of the day, this is our kid. And you have to, I cannot underline and bold this enough. You have to be a united front in things like this. And when you leave, and I'm using air quotes for our audio listeners, when you leave your family and you start your own family, that is now your family, right? Like that is your nucleus, is your spouse and your children. And then everyone else becomes extended family. Even though it's your parents, your priority first is your direct nucleus family. That's my opinion.
I just think for a strong marriage to succeed, you got to have that open communication and not be afraid to express yourself, what's on your mind. So this one half of the couple should be able to tell the other half what's bothering them, what's on their mind.
1,000%.
And then you're right, the child of the overbearing parents should tell them, hey, knock it off, and even like play if the parents come back saying, oh, did your wife say something, or be smart and be like, no, this is just my own observation. Like cover for her. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. That's your teammate. Like that's what I'm saying. Like Jay is really, really good about this. And also Jay has said before, and I agree, he has the best mother-in-law ever because my mom doesn't meddle at all. Like, and no.
Wait, she doesn't meddle?
No, not
she's
at
heavy
all.
Metal.
She's metal. She doesn't meddle in our business. I'm positive she's probably in her mind. She's had opinions about, whatever.
Okay.
but she's just not that girl. Like, she just doesn't do it. If you come to her and ask her for advice, my mom is like a psychologist. She worked for the state of Oklahoma. You know, she's brilliant, and worked in social services. So the woman knows her shit, but she also knows her lane, and she just doesn't do that. So she's really lucky, but if she did, I would definitely be like, Mom, I love you and I respect you. And, I hear what you have to say, but at the end of the day, this is our kid and we're going to do it this way.
Well,
it can be awkward.
It's generational too, because even like, us in radio, for example, I'm just using that as an example of what I can relate to is, there are older people who've been in the industry longer who think how they did it or how they came up in the system, that's the right way to do it. But you and I know, okay, no, things have changed. That system doesn't work fully anymore. There's ideas you could take from that, but let's adjust it with the current times and make it work in today's world. So
you have to be able to evolve. Actually, Michaela just brought that up in her comment. Yeah. My sister and I are 13 years apart in the parenting that I got versus my sister are completely different. I think it changes with time. It does. It certainly does. I mean, Michaela, your situation is a little bit different because you have a different mom between the two of you as well. So any dynamic with a couple or a divorced situation, things are always going to change. And when you have divorced and remarriages, then it gets interesting because you have even more people coming into the fold as far as grandparents or in-laws. So that can get dicey.
Yeah, I don't know how old the person that emailed us here. Please email us, chastaandhuey@gmail.com.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, hypothetically, like parenting in the 80s or 90s is different than parenting in 2025. So
it couldn't be more different, especially when they get older and things like social media start coming into the fray. And we're just now touching on these. What is happening? What is beeping on my end? I'm so sorry. That's so annoying. It's my email going off.
Okay. All good. I don't hear it.
Yeah. Okay. Good. It's just me. I mean, we're just starting to understand the effects of this because Cody is about to be 9 and he's starting to ask things like, can I be on TikTok? Can I have a cell phone? Can I have a computer? Which all of the answers are no. But some people in his classroom, their parents allow that, so it like all the rules in each household are different and each child is going to try to compare, well, why did they get to do it when I don't? Gotcha. So you got to decide what you want with your partner and then stand your ground. And that is much easier said than done.
That's funny you say that because think about our parents didn't have to deal with, oh my God, should my kid have a TikTok in the 80s?
Or even a cell phone.
Yeah.
Like the worst it was for us was like, can I have a pager in high school? No.
Yeah, or can I get a CD player? I'm just trying to think of like things we needed technology wise by the late 80s, early 90s.
Things like that didn't open us up to strangers on the internet, know? So there's actual like harm that you have to be concerned with about some of the things that your child wants, even playing video games. Like, Cody only can add certain people. He can't just be on like an open server with whoever,
Gotcha.
Things like that.
I'm just thinking, video games or even back in the day, like getting dial-up internet. It's like I had the AOL CD. I was like, can we get AOL now? Can we have internet now?
And this is the episode where we totally age ourselves.
This is fine.
I don't ever feel old until we get into conversations like this. I'm like, wow, it was a different time, wasn't it?
But that's what I'm saying. So the parent of the overbearing parents or the child of those parents, like, you gotta you're stuck in the middle. I'm sure you're feeling little. It's tough. Like being pulled in both different directions. Your wife is telling you, "Hey, do this," but your parents are saying, "Do that." But I think you gotta find that compromise. But at the same time, you gotta make your wife happy for the most part. It's like the parents, maybe they'll come visit once a week or whatever. Like they're not there 24/7. So you gotta kind of lean more towards the wife, happy life, whatever they say.
Ladies, hit him up at Huey83 on social.
But with that being said, it's like if your wife confesses, "Hey, I'm feeling uncomfortable," or they're talking too much, they're overstepping their lane, then confront your parents and say, "Hey, knock it off." And then if the parents say, would your wife say something? Cover it up. Be like, "No, this is me talking.
I have recognized that you're overstepping."
So protect your wife in the situation. Lie
a good man.
A little bit, yes.
Nothing wrong with a little white lie to protect your partner. You're a good man, Charlie Brown. You know what's up. I think that's very sage advice for the fact that you don't have children and you don't have in-laws. You're thinking this very clearly, and I'm not surprised by that. That's why we have Huey Help. Burp, burp, burp. Huey Help. The Bay Area's best friend, Huey. He comes to the rescue. All right, we got it. There it is. There
it still does. Man,
It's
actually, oh wait, where's
how long is that bed?
I don't know. Let's see.
Yay!
Woo! Thank you.
Agreed. We love us some Huey.
Dude,
Stop it.
that's the thing. Recording from home, I can do so many different things. How about the devil, Huey?
Wait, is that Dan Arky's voice?
Ooh, hello, this is Anarchy.
Dude, if you don't use that at least for one little bit on Metal Zone this weekend, I'm going to be so sad. You've got to do it.
It's like, hi, Satan, are you there?
Yeah.
Yes, I am here, Huey. What songs would you like to play?
Oh my God, this is going to be the most fun.
Satan, can I run by some names by you? You tell me yay or nay?
Yes, please.
Can I play some Slayer?
Absolutely.
Oh my God! So I'm telling Jazz, there's so many different things. Maybe we need to switch our taste.
Oh my God, this is so fun. Okay, you just sold me on that piece of equipment. Now I have to pay $700 for it. Appreciate that. Thanks a pant load.
You're welcome.
All right, take it out of there. You got an eye appointment. Go do your
right.
thing. Thank you guys for being here. Make sure you connect with us on YouTube, subscribe, leave a comment, do all the ththings, thumbs up. I think I forgot something, but you all know what it is.
Yeah,
all right,
all
love
social.
you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.